In the silent, haunting landscapes of northern Ukraine, where the forests have swallowed the scars of disaster, a remarkable story of survival is quietly unfolding. Here, amidst the ruins and echoes of the past, life has found a way to persist against all odds. This is the Chernobyl exclusion zone, a place forever marked by the catastrophic nuclear disaster of 1986, when a reactor explosion changed the course of history. In the aftermath, radioactive material rendered the land uninhabitable for humans, transforming once bustling towns into ghostly cities. But while people fled, nature began to reclaim the land, adapting in ways no one could have predicted. Among the most visible and unexpected survivors are the wild dogs of Chernobyl, whose presence has become a symbol of resilience. These dogs, descendants of pets left behind during the evacuation, have adapted to a world filled with danger and uncertainty. Their ability to survive in such a hostile environment fascinates scientists, offering a unique window into the mechanisms of survival in extreme conditions. For decades, Chernobyl has stood as a stark reminder of human error and environmental devastation. Yet the relentless advance of nature, trees breaking through concrete, animals roaming free, shows that life is determined to reclaim what was lost. The dogs here are not wild animals returning to their ancestral home. They are domestic animals, forced to adapt and survive in an alien radioactive world that was never meant for them. Their continued existence raises profound questions. How have these dogs managed to survive and even thrive for multiple generations in such a hazardous environment? What secrets do they hold about adaptation and endurance? Scientists believe that the answers may be hidden deep within their DNA, where the story of their survival is written in genetic code. Studying these dogs is vital, as they represent one of the largest populations of large mammals exposed to chronic low-dose radiation for nearly 4 decades. Their health, behavior, and genetics offer invaluable insights. By examining them, researchers hope to unlock the mysteries of long-term radiation exposure and perhaps even learn lessons that could help humans in the future. The story of the Chernobyl dogs is a compelling chapter in the ongoing narrative of life on Earth, a testament to resilience, adaptation, and the enduring power of nature to heal and surprise us. As we venture deeper into their world, we witness a real-time experiment by nature itself, unfolding in the shadow of disaster and reminding us that even in the most unlikely places, life finds a way. The story of the Chernobyl dogs begins with tragedy, but it is also a story of unexpected survival and adaptation. On April 26, 1986, the explosion at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant forced over 100,000 people to evacuate their homes, leaving behind everything they knew in a matter of hours. In the chaos and confusion, families were forced to abandon not only their homes and possessions, but also, heartbreakingly, their beloved pets, dogs and cats who had no idea why their owners never returned. Soldiers were sent in to cull the abandoned animals, fearing the spread of contamination and disease. Yet many dogs managed to escape, hiding in the dense forests and the ruins of empty buildings, clinging to life in a world suddenly devoid of people. These resilient survivors became the foundation of a new, wild population, adapting to the harsh and radioactive environment that surrounded them. Over the decades, generations of puppies were born into this challenging world, growing up among the ruins, never knowing the warmth of a human home or the comforts of domestic life. They learned to navigate the empty streets, scavenge for scraps, and form tight-knit packs for protection, developing new behaviors to survive in a landscape shaped by disaster. Today, thousands of feral dogs roam the exclusion zone, a living testament to their remarkable resilience and ability to adapt to even the most extreme conditions. This isolated population has created an unprecedented opportunity for scientific study, offering rare insights into how life persists in the shadow of nuclear disaster. Scientists from around the world now come to Chernobyl to observe what happens to a species after generations of exposure to chronic radiation, hoping to unlock secrets about genetics, adaptation, and survival. The dogs of Chernobyl, born from disaster and shaped by adversity, have become unwitting subjects in one of the most important ecological studies of our time, reminders of both the cost of human error and the enduring power of life. scientists saw a chance to ask fundamental questions about life and radiation. The goal looked deep into the dog's DNA for answers. Radiation is a powerful mutagen, known to damage DNA. Would the Chernobyl dog's DNA be riddled with errors, or would they show signs of adaptation? Researchers collected blood samples to begin genetic sequencing. They compared Chernobyl dogs to others from less contaminated areas and purebred dogs worldwide. This comparative approach would reveal genetic changes unique to the Chernobyl population. The quest was on: were these dogs victims of radiation or masters of adaptation? A breakthrough study in 2023 analyzed DNA from over 300 feral dogs in and around the exclusion zone. Two main groups were studied: dogs near the power plant and those in less radioactive Chernobyl city. The results were striking. The two groups were genetically distinct, despite living only miles apart. The dogs were not one large group, but smaller, isolated populations shaped by their specific locations. This was the first solid evidence that something unique was happening to these animals. However, the study couldn't prove radiation was the direct cause. Other factors like food sources or contaminants could play a role. The 2023 study established a baseline, paving the way for future research. The next big question: what exactly was making these dogs so different? The next step was to investigate why the dog populations were genetically distinct. A 2025 study took a deeper look at their genomes, searching for signs of radiation damage. Surprisingly, researchers found no evidence of widespread radiation-induced mutations. The Chernobyl dogs' genomes were not riddled with errors. This pivotal finding suggested that other evolutionary forces were at play. Geographic isolation, inbreeding, and environmental pressures like food scarcity and harsh winters likely shaped their genetics. If radiation had caused a superpower mutation, it would have stood out, but none was found. The story became more complex. Not just radiation, but a web of challenges shaping these dogs. It's a tale of adaptation to a unique and hostile world. The Chernobyl dogs aren't the only animals under the microscope. Scientists have studied the exclusion zone's wildlife for decades, with complex results. One famous example: the eastern tree frog. In the most radioactive areas, these frogs are almost black. Researchers theorize that dark melanin-rich skin protects them from radiation, a clear sign of adaptation. The black frogs raised expectations that large mammals like dogs might show similar changes. But the contrasting results highlight the complexity of radiation's effects. Each species responds differently. What works for a frog may not work for a dog. The Chernobyl exclusion zone is a tapestry of unique survival stories. The Chernobyl dogs provide profound insights into evolution, resilience, and adaptation. Their thriving population in a toxic environment is a testament to life's tenacity. These dogs have endured radiation, harsh winters, and food scarcity. Their survival challenges our assumptions about fragility and adaptation. Recent research shows evolution is driven by many pressures, not just radiation. Factors like isolation and competition are just as important in shaping their genetics. The dogs' genomes show no widespread damage, suggesting robust DNA repair mechanisms. This knowledge is crucial for understanding risks in other contaminated areas, and even for humans in space. The Chernobyl dogs are a symbol of adaptation, not through superpowers, but through subtle, gradual change. Their story enriches our understanding of life's resilience. The Chernobyl exclusion zone has become a unique natural laboratory. Here, scientists observe evolution in real time, on a scale impossible elsewhere. The dogs, with their well-documented genetic history, are ideal subjects for studying long-term effects of radiation on mammals. Research here informs strategies for protecting health in future nuclear accidents, waste sites, or even space travel. The dogs provide a real-world model for how mammalian genomes respond to chronic stress. The exclusion zone allows study of how radiation, isolation, and competition interact to shape populations. By untangling these factors, scientists develop better models of evolution in the real world. The zone is a dynamic ecosystem, with the dogs leading the way as its most fascinating subjects. The story of the Chernobyl dogs is one of survival against the odds. Decades after the nuclear disaster, these animals continue to roam the empty streets and forests, adapting to a world left behind by humans. Their presence is a living reminder of the catastrophe, but also a testament to the enduring spirit of life. They are living descendants of catastrophe, but also symbols of resilience. Despite harsh winters, scarce food, and the invisible threat of radiation, these dogs have managed to carve out an existence in the most unlikely of places. They patrol Pripyat as rightful inhabitants, a testament to life's power to persist. Their daily routines, hunting, playing, and forming packs, mirror the rhythms of wild canines everywhere. Yet their world is uniquely shaped by the legacy of disaster. Their journey is a source of wonder and scientific importance. Researchers from around the globe are drawn to study them, hoping to unlock secrets about survival, adaptation, and the long-term effects of radiation exposure. The dogs have shown that genetic consequences of chronic radiation are subtle and complex. Their DNA tells a story of adaptation, with some changes that may help them cope with their harsh environment, while others remain a mystery. Their story forces scientists to rethink adaptation and the roles of isolation and environment. The Chernobyl dogs challenge our understanding of how life responds to extreme and prolonged adversity. The legacy of the Chernobyl dogs will inform conservation biology and risk assessment worldwide. Their existence offers valuable lessons for managing wildlife in contaminated or abandoned areas, and for understanding the resilience of nature itself. They are ambassadors from a forbidden world, bringing vital messages for our planet's stewardship. Their continued survival urges us to reflect on our responsibilities to the environment and the creatures that share it with us. Even in the shadow of disaster, nature's impulse to survive is unstoppable. The Chernobyl dogs, thriving among ruins and wildflowers, remind us that hope and renewal can emerge from even the darkest places. The Chernobyl dog's story is far from over. They still have secrets to share with a world that's watching and learning, inspiring us to look for resilience and hope wherever life endures.